welcome to Girl Talk. We are at our favorite spot, right, Erin? We are here at Orangetheory. We're actually in the studio. I feel like we're like in the meat and potatoes part.
Exercising.
Right? Who knew? Exactly. Right. Look, you go, Kelly. Our dear friend Kelly is with us, and we have been joined by none other than AJ.
Coach AJ.
AJ. Now, for any of you who have seen these shows before, he's who you hear in the background all the time. And just to know, right? What
Over the pulse of that music.
I was just going to say, we can understand everything you're saying. So there you go.
And the best part is when he says something, and I call it the AJ maniacal laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And he does the. You hear that in the back? Yeah, that's it.
You go.
And when I've been taking class and he does that, it just makes you laugh, and you're like, oh, I can.
Well,
keep
you know,
going.
it's been fun. We've been getting ready and kind of chatting about what we're going to do today. And the really cool part is you practice what you preach.
Yes, I do. That I do. I take class every day.
And you love it.
I love it.
And I have to say this, we're going to talk about heart rate monitors, which I'm really excited about. But one of the first thing I said to him when we sat down was, really, you have people old as I am? And you're like,
we had 183, right?
Yeah.
83 years old.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing because it's for all levels. It's not just the elite athletes. It's just not like the moms who drop their kids off and come to work out. It's for everyone. So everyone can take a workout. And I encourage everyone to at least try it, at least once.
Well, one of the things that Kelly and I always talk about, and I'm really excited, I actually bought a heart monitor today and I'm thrilled about it. You've been trying to talk me into it because you said it really shifts your entire workout and really the goals and just being accountable.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So you may think that you're at, obviously any exercise is better than nothing. And but somebody says, oh, I go out there and I walk every day. When they come in here and they take class, they're like, oh gosh, they may be in that just gray zone or blue zone. So really, it's these heart rate monitors and our great coaches and the design of the workout that just pushes people and also tells them when it's time to pull back.
What do you think it is about AJ that, the classes with you are like jam?
They're very motivating.
Yeah, is that what you think? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to have some type of motivation. Anyone can go to the gym, run on a treadmill, but when you have that person that's pushing you and that that's in your corner and giving you everything that they got to see that you reach your goals, you're gonna push that much harder.
But I think the thing is, I tease you all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so intimidating. But it's the opposite, right?
Yes.
It sounds to me like when I see people walk up to you afterward or chat with you, it seems as though you're really encouraging. Talk to us a little bit about how that works.
Well, yeah, you have to be encouraging. When it's time to work out, it's time to work out. Okay. So that's just my philosophy. When you guys come into the studio, it's like game is on. I'm here to push you, but I'm also here to make sure you have a safe, fun workout. And to encourage you along the way. Like a lot of people, I'm very good at pushing you past what you think that you can do. So that's one of the things that I pride myself on is to getting people outside of their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And what I always tell people, you have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
And you speak the entire class.
Oh, yes.
You're on the mic.
I'm on the mic the entire time.
It's incredible.
And what are you doing? Are you cueing? Are you guarding us, making sure we're safe? Are you just reinforcing what we're doing? Are you spotting us?
A little bit of everything. So I'm cueing you guys when you guys are on the treadmill, letting you know what you have right now and then what's coming behind it. So you guys are always aware of what's going to be coming up. And then when you guys are on the weight floor, I'm watching, making sure you're not doing anything that's going to hurt yourself. Make sure you're doing your exercises correctly. So there's a lot that goes on.
And if we're new to the class, we're going to understand.
Yes. So
what's happening.
Yeah. So when we start the class, especially when you guys go on the weight floor, like the coaches, we always demonstrate all of your exercises first to make sure anyone that has any questions, that's your time to ask. And if you need any kind of modification or anything like that, that's when we step in and say, hey, you can do this instead of what we have going on.
I want to go back and ask, kind of clarify too, because one of the things we talked about last time that was really interesting was if you are a new member, what that actually looks like the first time you come in.
Oh yeah, so when your first class, you come in a half hour early, and go meet our wonderful girls at the desk.
They're amazing.
Yep, they help you. They help you fill out paperwork, talk about your goals, your past experience. If you have any orthopedic issues or challenges or anything, then they try to figure out what the best heart rate is for you. They get you set up on that. Then 15 minutes before class, they come in, and the coach spends 15 minutes with them on each piece of equipment explaining the class the philosophy and how it works.
Can I go back to the heart rate monitors and why they are so important? You said a little bit that sometimes we're not necessarily a good judge of where we are cardiovascularly. Why the heart monitor for Orangetheory?
Because the theory is, that 12 to 30 minutes, you want to be in that orange and red zone that creates that 36-hour afterburn. So if you don't have the heart rate monitor, there is perceived exertion. But if you can start, really work with the heart rate monitor and really know where you are, people are undertraining or overtraining. So this really,
So it's for both ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does it work for you all for Orangetheory specifically? Where do I want to live, or are you actually guiding us into theoretically orange zones, green zones?
Yeah, so when we have like our pushes and our all outs, that's when you're gonna go into your orange and red. And then most of the time when you're in class, you want most of your time to be in the green zone.
Okay.
That's gonna be like your 71 to 83% of that maximum heart rate, which is based upon Orangetheory's calculation, which has to do with the age.
Oh, which has to do with your age? Huh.
So that's how we get like your zones.
No,
is based upon your
I'm
age.
surprised to hear that.
But what's so cool is that the stats are all up on the
Yes.
screen, so you can actually watch
Yes, you
and
get live results
get
right
that
then and there.
feedback as you're doing it.
As you're working out.
as you're
So there's no cheating. If I tell you, hey, I can see that you're not in your orange zone, and you can't tell me that's your the name is up there, everything.
get
so
away
I
with anything
can't
at
get away with
Orangetheory.
it.
And some people are intimidated. They say, I don't want my name up there. And you're like, trust me, nobody is worried about what you're doing.
Exactly. They're just trying
They're
to
just worried about what they're doing. And, and some people too, there are some anomalies, but like some people just have really high resting heart rates.
Okay.
So they may be in the orange and red longer. And then
periods.
people, if they're on blood pressure medicine, have trouble getting their heart rate up. But you still see the calorie burn. You have that perceived exertion. The coaches are aware of that, and they know.
We're going to take a break and come back, and I'd love to talk a little bit about what coaching will actually look like if you take us theoretically through, what do you call it?
Station?
A
Yeah,
station.
station.
I'd love to hear that. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Girl Talk.